Sony's gaming division just bought an AI startup that turns photos into 3D volumes. Fan fiction website AO3 is finally coming out of beta. And Flipboard's social websites are a new spin on decentralized social media. It's Friday, April 3rd, and here's a quick look at tech news this morning from Engadget. Sony Interactive Entertainment, owner of the PlayStation brand, has acquired Cinemersive Labs, a UK startup developing tools to convert 2D photos and videos into 3D volumes. The startup team will join Sony's Visual Computing Group, a research engineering team focused on graphical technology, including game rendering, video coding, and generative AI models. Cinemersive's most recent product is a virtual reality app called Parallax that works as a viewer for parallax photos, three-dimensional images that you can peer around with natural head movements, captured using traditional smartphones and professional cameras with stereo lenses. The startup developed custom AI tools to convert 2D images into 3D volumes to make parallax possible, and Sony apparently wants to apply that expertise to its own projects. Machine learning has been a major focus of Sony's efforts to improve graphical performance on the PlayStation 5 and future hardware. The PlayStation 5 Pro was designed around a new GPU, faster storage, and PlayStation Spectral Super Resolution, custom AI upscaling tech that let the console run games at a lower resolution and then upscale them to 4K. The company recently squeezed even more performance out of the Pro with an updated version of PSSR it released in March. And with AMD, Sony is working on Project Amethyst, a multi-pronged collaboration to improve ray tracing and upscaling on the future consoles. The well-known fan fiction website Archive of Our Own, or AO3, has finally exited open beta, 17 years after it launched way back in 2009. AO3 is a nonprofit created by the Organization for Transformative Works. In an announcement, the team reminisced about its early days and how volunteers had to manually send out invitations to prospective writers. Upon launching the website in open beta, it only had 347 accounts and hosted 6,598 works. Now, it has 10 million registered users and is hosting 17 million fan-created works. The team has highlighted some of the most useful features it has added over the past 17 years, including its tagging system. It also mentioned a feature it calls orphaning, which allows authors to leave their works online even after deleting their account. In addition, it released the ability to download fan works in several different formats for offline access. Even though the website has only just exited open beta, it has been stable for a long time. Users will not see huge changes, but the team also promised that it will not stop improving the fan fiction portal. It says its contributors and volunteers will continue tweaking the website, and it also continues to welcome anybody who has coding knowledge to contribute their time. Flipboard has been one of the biggest boosters of decentralized social media. Now the company, which is known for its social news reading app, is rolling out its latest experiment, social websites. The project offers publishers and creators an easier path into what's often called the open social web, which includes the Fediverse as well as other protocol-based platforms like Blue Sky. The company says it could also help creators of all stripes wrest back control of their audiences from mainstream social media platforms and other walled gardens. In practice, social websites are essentially microsites that allow creators and publishers to bring together posts from decentralized platforms and RSS feeds into a single place where people can browse blog posts, newsletters, podcast episodes, alongside relevant commentary from Blue Sky, Mastodon, and other federated services. It's also the first web-based offshoot of Surf, Flipboard's reader app designed for the open social web. The company has already teamed up with a handful of publishers and creators who have made their own social websites on top of Surf. For example, Rolling Stone created a dedicated site for its political coverage, which features posts from its writers alongside news stories. Creator David Rushing created a site called AllNet, inspired by the NBA fan community on Threads. AllNet features Blue Sky, Threads, and Mastodon posts, alongside clips from NBA podcasters and creators on YouTube. Fans can not only follow along the feeds on these social websites, but can join in the conversation around the posts from disparate platforms in a single space. There's also a lot of upside for individual publishers and creators. Flipboard CEO Mike McHugh has had a front row seat to the years of volatile dynamics between publishers and social media platforms, thanks to Flipboard, suggesting that folks are really done with investing in yet another audience on yet another billionaire's platform where the discovery is totally black-boxed. Whether this experiment will result in meaningful traffic to publishers is less clear. The rise of Twitter alternatives has not always resulted in traffic gains to websites, which are also grappling with increasing pressure from AI search. For now, Flipboard has just 10 social websites from publishers, though anyone can now start to tinker with the site and make their own. Thanks for listening. There's more tech news at Engadget.com. This episode featured journalism from Ian Carlos Campbell, Mariella Moon, and Carissa Bell. Enjoy your weekend. I'll be back on Monday morning with more tech news from Engadget.